as has already been said, the arcane laws, the so-called mysteries, can be embedded in superstitions, in fairy tales and folk tales, but they can also be embedded in barroom stories like this one. There was a young woman who was having tea with her friend and complaining bitterly that her husband did not appreciate her. She washed and cleaned and looked after the children and cooked meals for him whenever he came home from work in the evenings, but he showed no appreciation towards her. And her friend said, "I've got a sure way to fix that." She said, "From now on, you should charge him for making love." "Oh, what a good idea," said the young woman. So that very night, when her husband approached her romantically, she said, "From now on, it's going to cost you $20 every time we make love." "Oh," said the husband, taking out his wallet, "I've only got $15 left from my salary from last week. Can I have $15 worth of love making?" To which she agreed. Well, the husband pulled out every art of titillation that he had in his repertoire, and at a very crucial moment he said, "I think I've had my $15. And she said, oh, darling, I'll lend you the other $5 too." Then there was the Sufi sheikh, who called one of his dervishes to him and requested him to return to his home village and start a durga, a school of learning. So, following his sheikh's instructions, the dervish returned to his village and set up a school. And he waited and waited. Day after day he waited, and no one came. So he went back to his sheikh, complaining bitterly that the school was open but no one came. "Oh," said the sheikh, "well, you better pay them to come. Go to the marketplace and see what you can do." So the dervish returned to his home village and went to the marketplace, the coffee shop, where there are a number of young men and old men sitting around, and he said, who would like to earn a wage?" And they all laughingly said, "Oh yeah, I would. He said, "No, I'm serious. Let's negotiate." So between them they negotiated a daily wage. "Well," the men said, "what do I have to do?" And the dervish said, "Oh, you just have to come and listen to me talk." "Oh, we can do that," they said. So every day the men would turn up at the durga, and the dervish would give his dissertation. But the dervish noticed that after some months there seemed to be no change in the student's spiritual understanding. So he went back to his sheikh and complained about this. The sheikh said, "Well, put them to work." So the dervish went back to his students. He said, "I'm not going to teach you anymore, you have to work." Well, they did that willingly enough. They started to sweep around, they painted, they did some maintenance on the building and so forth, but the dervish noticed that they were melancholy. They did their work peremptorily, they didn't have any great heart for it, until one day one of the students came up to the dervish and said, "Teacher, why is it that you've stopped teaching us? Would you invite us to come and listen to your words of wisdom once again?" "Oh yes," said the dervish, "I will do that, but from now on I won't be paying you." From that day on, everyone, all of those men, came joyfully and willingly to sit in the durgah in front of the dervish, listening to his words of wisdom. Can we get a gleaning from these two stories of what could be that arcane lore that lies behind them? Simple as they are, they contain within them this lore. What have you experienced in your interplay with life and people now? The shy, frightened animal in the forest that needs care, or the puppy that is starving, or the person in front of you, the checkout girl at the supermarket who's jaded and overworked and underpaid. What is it that occurs in your interaction with life now that indicates for us this mystery, this arcane law that works now for us?
It's kind of like wherever we are, wherever, we appear, that's where we're needed, and whatever we give out is what is needed for whoever or whatever is in front of us.
Yes, yes. I had a very simple way of explaining it to someone, a young man we all know who came to me some long time ago, complaining really and worried because he was in a very stable, loving relationship, but he couldn't help looking at other women, and so he was afraid of his sexuality. I said, "Oh, don't go on about it." I said, "Everybody who comes and sits in front of me or sits with me, I have an orgasm with." Because inevitably in every meeting you have that little foreplay, a little meeting of the eyes, the few little words, or if there's closeness, there's even a little touch that leads up. There's inevitably an orgasm that comes from that, a little culminating point, and then there's the afterplay, inevitable, and the lovely, maybe a little, even with the checkout girl at the counter we have it, don't we? In every encounter we have. So it's an absolute truism, isn't it? And that behind that is a law. Because in our life, in every encounter, it's complete. A beginning, a middle, and an end. In whatever form it unfolds for us. Isn't it so? Look at the encounters you have with life now. And watch it for yourself. Start to live the orgasmic life.
Yeah, I love it.
It's there. Because the presence is there. The energy is there. The openness is there. And life is titillating, isn't it? And given the chance, everybody's going to pull out all of their love-making arts. This is the nature of it, isn't it? What is this law?
It'll cost you $5.
It'll cost you $5. What is this arcane law that becomes so evident to us now in this place of presence? Openness. I've got a few other good stories up my sleeve too.
About that simple poem one, that long one with that.
Oh yes, yes, I love it, I love it. I love it.